Welcome back to Pinero's Mind, people. Now today, I want to discuss, a question that I get asked a lot, since I'm not quote a knowledge man. People will ask me certain questions, like for example, so if you think this coronavirus is like a hoax, like what do you think it is that are killing people? Now, I've done a video about this in the past. But I'm going to refresh your minds, and also to the new people that are coming to the channel. So basically, my theory, or should I say God's theory, of the destroyer, Planet Nibiru, Planet X, coming into our solar system. So also, you've seen the videos that I've posted about Planet X, and you've seen like descriptions. You heard me talk about, how it looks and what is coming with it. For example, the planet's coming through and it's dragging a whole tail of rubble and all types of stuff in there, meteors and, some of them rocks that I spoke about in the Bible in the last days, the fire and brimstone, all in the tail. But also, we spoke many times about these red skies that we've been seeing for the past 20 years. How many years? I see a lot of people taking photos of the red skies, and they're posting them up on social media accounts, and they're saying, oh, this looks beautiful. But they don't actually know what the red skies is all about. We're not talking about like a morning, like sunset. We're talking about between the times of like 6 and 8 o'clock, depending, obviously, winter, summer, depending on what season it is, right? Now, my theory, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're interested, because I'm not here to force anything on anybody, But my whole theory is, Planet Nibiru coming through. Not just my theory, many people's, coming through. And also, with the planet coming through, there's a dust cloud behind the planet that's coming through. And one in front of it. And also this planet, it comes in and out and gets closer every time. That's the best way I can describe it. You see, sometimes when I'm on my videos, I don't like to get too technical. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's people here of different levels, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be too technical. I want like someone that's just getting into this to understand what I'm saying, So as the planet comes, it comes in and it goes out. But every time it comes back, it gets closer and closer. So that's the theory. So with that, there's a dust cloud behind it. You understand what I'm saying? That we've been keep going over. Or shall I say, that keeps going over us, right? It's not wrong with making a little mistake sometimes. I don't always want to rewind it and edit it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, we're all unperfect, innit? You know what I mean? No, there's nothing to be promoting, but that's what it is, right? So, this dust cloud, is basically the cause of people dying right now. This dust cloud is the reason why people having breathing difficulties right now. But the problem with this dust cloud is that the government are not going to turn around and tell you this. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to turn around and say to you, there's a massive planet-sized object above us. It's like 15 times bigger than our planet, or 12 times bigger than our planet, and the dust is the red oxide, iron oxide. And I'm gonna say to people, calm down on the iron intake right now. Calm down on the iron intake. You don't need that much iron right now, because this planet, right, is releasing, in the trail and the planet is releasing so much iron, that in some people is creating diabetes, You know what I'm saying? It's creating all these funny things like SARS, this coronavirus. And you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, they told you guys that it came from bat soup. Let's not forget that, right? But we don't know, like we said in a few videos back, that they've been eating bat soup for years, right? So how come all of a sudden there's only one little case of coronavirus that turned into a worldwide situation? You have to understand, people, the government, they cannot tell you about this. They're not going to tell you that there's a planet in the sky. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to tell you that. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to tell you there's a planet in the sky. It's going to cause mass panic. People won't go to work the next day. And they're not going to tell you that this iron oxide dust clouds that's coming off the planet is the reason why people are dying. Because people are going to want answers. They're going to want answers. First thing they're going to say is, why didn't you tell me this before? That's the first thing. You understand what I'm saying? Second thing is, okay, so what about all these space shuttles you got and whatnot? You can't do something about it, right? Third thing, this is mass panic. Go through my videos, people. Have a look at my videos. I'm not trying to force any information down your throats. You get what I'm trying to say? But look through my videos. Look at the evidence that's surrounding this planet. People are seeing two suns and things like that. There's photos, there's video footage of this. This is what people have to understand, that this iron oxide and these red skies that you're seeing is poisonous. And what these people do, when these science people them do their little videos and whatnot, they're not going to tell you either. They're not going to tell you that. You understand? They're not going to tell you. And they're just going to pull it in their own way, right? So let's take a look. Let's take a look what evidence they do have surrounding this iron intake and these dust particles that are falling from the sky. You think I'm joking? Right? Check this out.
The Lord will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed.
Scientists analyzing data from NASA's Advanced Composition Explorer probe found evidence that more iron-60 has been raining down on us for the past 17 years.
The Lord will turn the rain of your country into dust and powder. It will come down from the skies until you are destroyed.
Cosmic dust are specks of material about 0.01 millimeters in size. These microscopic bits are made up of carbon, iron, oxygen, silicone, and magnesium. There's so much cosmic dust swirling around that nearly 60 tons of the stuff fall on Earth every single day.
Sepsis, formerly called blood poisoning, is usually triggered by a local infection, such as pneumonia in the lungs, an infected wound, or infection of the urinary tract. Should bacteria from the local infection spread or secrete toxic substances into the bloodstream, the immune system may sometimes go into overdrive, causing inflammation throughout the entire body. You get sepsis. This interferes with the blood flow, which leads to a drop in blood pressure, making it difficult for the blood to carry oxygen to the body's major organs. This can lead to failure of organs such as the lungs, the kidneys, or the heart. In the worst cases, the patient dies in a matter of hours.
So in this video, I'm going to talk about another hidden cause of diabetes that you might not be aware of, that you need to be aware of, and that is excessive amounts of iron. I mean, this is kind of surprising. You would think iron would be very beneficial to the body, but the problem with iron, it's very difficult to eliminate, and a lot of people have too much. And there's even a genetic condition called hemochromatosis, which is an iron overload disease, which the body just cannot eliminate iron, so it keeps building up. And the problem with iron is it's very oxidizing. You can kind of look at it like it rusting out your cells. Well, anytime you have that effect, you're going to have a lot of inflammation. And with the inflammation comes a big spike in insulin resistance. So this condition, hemochromatosis, has a huge link to diabetes as a side effect. Not to mention a fatty liver, cirrhosis, because iron apparently accumulates in the pancreas, in the actual cells that make insulin. So the more iron you have, the more destruction you have to the beta cell. Then you have a big problem with insulin itself. So where does this iron come from?
And just last week, a new paper suggested that these radioactive elements may still be raining down on Earth, like a radioactive form of iron called iron-60.
Some doctors are also sounding the alarm about diabetes. Now, it might seem like diabetes and a lung infection have nothing in common. One is a dysregulation of how the body processes sugars. The other is a viral infection. But doctors keep seeing diabetes-like symptoms in people infected with the virus, both in patients with and without history of diabetes.
So people, as you can clearly see, the government clearly knows about what's going on with the air, the space dust and whatnot. They know what's going on. There's no way on this planet that the scientists, they have to report to them. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes the government pay, I think they get government grants and all this for these experiments and these things that they do. So, yes, the government's going to give it to them, innit, so they can get any information they want from that person. They're going to have to, probably by contractual, like, you know what I'm saying? So they know about this. There was some scientists that came out publicly and actually, you know, admitted that, you know, that Earth is going through a radioactive field. But they're not saying what the radioactive field is. And they're not going to tell you. It's for you to do your own research. Okay? And that's what it is at the end of the day. Because these people are going to hide what they can get from you and hold as much as they can against you. You know what I mean? To move and do things in their order so it suits them in every type of angle. You know what I mean? But you lot are crazy because you know what's going to happen to you, though, innit? Like, you do know what's going to happen to you. I'm not talking about you guys watching, I'm talking about them. You know what's going to happen to you, though, innit? Can't run from this, man. It is what it is. So, I don't know, the evidence is right there in the video that we played earlier, yeah? The dust particles, the scriptures. It's in the scriptures, it's in the signs of the times, yeah? And this is what it is, so take heed, people. Don't take this thing as no joke. And like I said before, go through some of my old videos and find out more about this planet. You know what I mean? Don't do it for me, for the views, for me to get the views. Do it for your brain power, so you can have an understanding of what's really going on. Then once you work that part out, then that'll bring you back to this part. You understand what I'm saying? Then you can say, okay. You can say, okay, I've been lied to my whole life, type. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at with it right now. This is where we're at with it right now. Exposing everything. I don't care no more. You understand? So, like I'm saying, like, the mask situation, yeah? The mask situation. There was a time before where I wasn't really wearing the mask and all them things there, you know? But I would say to people, it might be a good thing to wear it now. And this is how you can tell the people them are cold, you know, how they dealt with us. Try to say we got to wear masks to prevent each other from, you know, getting something from the next person, right? When we're shopping and them things there. That's not even the case because the thing's in the air. It's not a thing of where it can be caught, you know what I mean, by spitting on someone or, you know what I mean, something like that. It's not a thing of like that. And the doctors have told you that. I've seen the videos that have been flying around. They've told you it's not an airborne virus. You understand what I'm saying? But it's coming from a different type of air. You understand what I'm trying to say? So you can't just catch it like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So they got everyone wearing these masks and all. It's all, you know what I mean? Yeah? Yeah, go back and watch the video. Send this video to all your people. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Peace.